Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Now, like yesterday,
No.
yesterday,
Stop.
yesterday,
Stop.
yesterday.
No. No.
Yes,
Cut it out.
yes, I'm there.
No.
I'm finally there. Like I was all in about, okay, give him one more year because he's gone to the NCAA tournament last year, the year before. They only got one tournament win. Sometimes you got to save like if you're Mike Woodson, you look in the mirror and you say, you know what, this just isn't going the right way, and I'm going to do so. I came up in this program for Coach Knight. I'm going to do the right thing here. I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to step down at the end of the year so we can get Dusty May, a college coach who's also one of our own. And if we don't do it this year, I don't know who we're going to get, because they did this a few years ago and they ended up with Mike Woodson. And again, we know where I stand with these former NBA guys. I mentioned the quartet right now, the high major quartet: Stackhouse, Juwan, Woodson, and Penny. None of them are going to be in the NCAA tournament unless one of them wins their conference tournament, which doesn't look likely. Maybe Penny could, but all four of them are they're going to be the outside looking in, and that's not by accident, Randolph. That's not by accident. Now I know the times have changed. Where now with NIL, it gives them a little bit more of an opportunity, but ultimately it's a different game. It is a different ball game coaching in college than whether it's playing, whether it's coaching in the NBA.
My only thing, Jeff, pushback on that is just I think two of those coaches have had more consistent success, meaning Penny and Jawan. I think Jawan was national coach of the year, wasn't he? When he, a couple years ago.
Year.
Yes,
maybe the Elite Eight year.
Yeah, and so I think, like we said before, and if Caleb Love and Terrence Shannon Jr. is there,
sure.
And Rob brought this up: does Hunter Dickinson leave? And you interviewed him, and he spoke about how much he loved Juwan Howard, so how much he still talks to him. So I think those are different scenarios. If you get your guy, I'm okay with that. I do. I often say to you sometimes the NBA guys they have to figure it out. It's a little different, and I don't know how it is in Indiana. But I also say this to you too about Indiana. I think Indiana reminds me of Notre Dame football. Is that we hold on to stuff for so long, and as things change, is this the same Indiana team that we grew up thinking that Indiana's been?
No, no.
And that's what I'm saying.
They have NIL, but they have NIL, and they have an unbelievable fan base, incredible home court advantage.
It doesn't mean anything if nobody wants to go.
Well, but they got Khalil Ware, they got Mackenzie Mbako, they got Malik Renew back. Like, I know everybody laughed at me, and they still bring up this tweet that I put earlier this year when Indiana played UConn, and when I said that their starting fives that day were comparable in talent. Now, Castle didn't play, but Khalil Ware is going to be a first rounder, and Mbako could be a first rounder in another year, and Malik Renew is going to play and make a lot of money playing overseas or – Renew?
I mean, a team. They got no shooting. They can't shoot.
Well, it's just whose fault is that? But whose fault is that?
I agree. Everything falls on the head coach. No doubt.
I mean, he recruited these dudes. Like, we knew they weren't going to fit. How did he not?
But I think there's a difference in, if I had to say, just because they went to the tournament a year ago, and just off of what you're saying, they have talent. I think the question that I have is, when it's time to make a move, is when you don't see the talent. When you stop seeing the ability to get guys there. Now, whether it works or not, because we don't know internally what's going on. It's no different than Arkansas, right? We know
they can all get talent. Here's the thing, RC. I think they can all get talent because it's easy to get talent when you're selling the fact that I played or coached in the NBA, plus I got NIL, plus I got a pretty good program. I don't think it's about accumulating talent. I think it's what you do with that talent. Does it fit together? Are you getting the right guys for that program? Indiana has talent. Nobody's going to deny that. Nobody's denying that. No. Memphis has talent per its league. How many teams have more talent in their league than Memphis right now?
I think both
How
of
many?
those
Maybe
teams,
one?
though. I think both of those teams right now, Memphis and Indiana, that if I went upstairs and put on some shorts and some tube socks and a jock strap, that I'm the best shooter on that team right now at 51 years old.
No
That's what I believe.
question.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.